Alright, how's everybody doing? This is my slip seat box. If you don't know what that is, then I guess you're here to learn. But most of you probably already know a slip seat box is used by someone that is a truck driver, generally, and their company's trucks do not have a AM/FM radio or a CB radio. With that, this little gadget here provides everything you need in one. You'll see I do not have a CB at the moment. It's actually on order. It should be here Thursday, so by the weekend this guy will be complete. Doing this little review, kind of more or less an informative side of do-it-yourself, not really showing you how to do it, but attempted to go and video everything that was going on, but it would have been too long of a video. This took about 6 hours to do, so we're yeah, I figured about, you know, a couple minutes of your time would probably much suffice on that. Now, looking online, there is not much information on these, so that's why I'm more or less doing this, just because it's, you know, I know when I was looking into it, I couldn't find jack squat until I went to my local CB shop, and I found out why. The guy said it's been probably about 5 years or so since anyone has even brought up a slip seat box. I brought up using wood. He told me something very true, that wood would get very heavy, and for the height that I wanted, since I don't have a passenger seat in my truck, that wouldn't have been very practical for all that use. So he suggested to go to Lowe's, take a look at their boxes that they have, and I just happened to be walking by the toolbox section and saw this, and it just fit perfectly. I mean, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about once I show you basically the overview of it. Now, at the start of this, I just want everybody to know that I did not do this. My brother actually did the work. I just provided the supplies and held lights and such. Yeah, he has the mechanical know-how, and I didn't honestly want to screw it up, being that I wanted this thing to last me. I mean, I could have done it, but I don't think it would have turned out as nice. But if you are good at doing things yourself, or if you have someone that can, that is willing to help you, awesome. I highly recommend using this box. It's just a Kobalt toolbox. And up top here is my AM/FM right here. I just use a Pioneer. Very simple, basic unit, nothing special about it. But like I said, it fits just fine. This was the same cut as up here. I mean, all we did was just trimmed out and wedged it in there, and it fits nicely. Up here, the CB will be doing the same deal. Just trim that down and getting that guy in there just fine. In either corner here, we're going to be putting a spot for the whole antenna thing, since I will be moving from truck to truck, hence slip seating. But nothing too crazy for that. Now, over here on the side, I do like that it does have these little latches. It makes it a little less likely to, you know, knock off the top or bump it off or things like that. I do have this handle here, which it does come with wheels, so that is nice to have. Down here, you do have handles on each side, which makes it easy to carry, and I must say that it is very light, considering what it is very light, so that'll make transporting it nice and easy. 4-inch speakers on left and right side, fantastic. They're kicker, not too shabby for what they are. Down here we have a hard rubber wheel. We got them on both sides, obviously, and they work great. Right here in the front, got a cigarette lighter, plug, and USB ports. 2 of them, which that'll come in handy. Down here, these are our 6-inch kickers. Both those mounted on front. They are nice sounding as well. I have another video up that gives the sound. I do not have it hooked up to a battery right now, so it cannot be turned on. Again, you know, the metal handle's nice. Definitely makes it, you know, clip down much nicer on that. Right here, went with the larger clips. Originally had like the small little gator clips that they sell. Saw these, picked these up instead. Much more practical when it comes to hooking these up to a post on a battery terminal or inside the truck. Going inside of the unit, It may look like a mess, but it truly isn't. There's a method behind it. So this lifts off. And here goes the radio inside. It's a nice fit. It does great in there. So we'll go ahead and set this off to the side there. And on the inside here, you'll see the cutouts back here for the two terminal clips. That, of course, is the ground and the positive. This here is our clip to go into the back of the radio. You'll notice that the wires are much longer. We didn't anticipate it coming off so easily, as far as everything just being hooked up to this guy here, so we can just drop it all out. And then, of course, once I have the CB, I'll just have another one that I just got to drop off of that one. So inside here we do have 3 fuse box going to each of the individual electric components. So of course I have one for the radio, one for the CB, the future CB anyway, and one for the cigarette lighter. And then inside, you know, like I said, it's got some great room to it, and this thing worked out so very nicely that we were actually very shocked on how nice it turned out, just how well it worked with everything. So very simple. I mean, you know, we did our best to keep it as neat as we could. Not worried about, you know, stripping off the screws, you know, and making them any smaller so no one gets cut, because you really shouldn't be going, you know, in and out of this too much. But like I said about where that antenna is going to go, looking to have it kind of, you figure this back here is the corner, so drilling straight down and either hitting over here or right over here for that. The speaker for the CB, not sure if we're going to try something with like a flush mount over here or more like at the top part of the box. Was thinking about maybe doing something on here, but I didn't want to risk taking away like the decent look on the box. I mean, even though for what it is, I'd still like to, you know, keep it at least looking decent, because after all, it did turn out pretty damn nice. And everything is soldered with the heat shrink wrap and duct taped, or yeah, duct tape. Wow, electrical taped. My God, long day. About 6 hours on this box, if I didn't already say that, and it was definitely worth it. So everything's all hooked up, and it's awesome to go and ready to. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to, you know, leave a comment, ask any questions you got. Like I said, I didn't do it, but after doing it and watching and learning from the first time around, it's very simple to do. And if any of my guys that are in school with me right now need help making one, it's not going to be a problem, and I'm very, very pleased to be able to say that. So if you know you got to make one, I highly suggest doing something similar to this, especially if you don't have a passenger seat. Now, if I did have a passenger seat, I would have just simply used a toolbox, something probably to this caliber. This actually came on the inside, which is where this lip comes in at. When you open it up, it actually sits right inside. But I mean, for what it is, it worked great. I mean, for 80 bucks, you can't beat that. I'm pretty sure the wood alone would have cost more, and that's not even including on how to even fit wheels on it, or for that matter, the tools that would take to put it together. So, again, if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good one.